We are Hey, we are live. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get live. Let's get live. So, I'm here for you. I am here to give the people what they need. I don't worry about what they want. I'm here for what they need because you need to be more visible. You need to be more engaging. You need to be more fulfilled in your content creation journey. So, this is a demo to show you how Ecamm and Zoom's marriage has taken off. Today is the official release. I did a little bit of demonstration earlier this morning with a few people, and I am excited to share it with you all tonight. So, questions, answers, comments, put them in the chat. Preguntas, después. I'm breaking it down for all of my languages out there. Put them in the chat, please. This is not one of those things where I talk and you just listen. No, this is a demonstration. I want people to be involved, and I'm going to show you some ways of doing that. Also, to help out. So, if you run a summit, who is this for? If someone who runs a summit, a virtual event, networking events, webinars. If you do something virtual where you are bringing in people and you are trying to keep them engaged, entertained, that's one way of doing it. Interviews, podcasters, holding one-on-one meetings, coffee talks, whatever it is, and you do it through Zoom. I'm going to show you some ways to liven things up so that you can make things exciting. So let's bring our live sexiness back again. Let's get live, right? Let's make your live sexy again. All right. What I'm going to be doing is some demonstrations to show you a few different ways of doing that. Hey, Lewis, yes, how you doing, sir? Show us your most fancy features. There's too much to show for that, sir. There's tons, but I will be showing you some fancy features. You know what? Let me show you one of those right there really quick, right? So Lewis just came in with a comment. I want to show this here. Now, also though, keep in mind everything that you're seeing on YouTube or on LinkedIn is being streamed exactly the same way in Zoom. So that is the main thing that I'm working to show because I know um, everyone uses Zoom primarily, mostly. So I want to show that all of this stuff that you're seeing can be done inside of Zoom as well. So let's check out one of the comments that we had come in just then. We have Lewis that says, "Show us your most fancy comment features." Excuse me. Well, here's one of them that I love showing. It's a way to bring comments on screen. Now, the guests, the viewers, still get to see me, right? They get to see the comment. And what some people miss is behind, if you look in the back, there's that soft overlay of myself back there as well. So that's one thing that keeps the attention of most of the guests. So now the guests get to feel in Zoom that their comment comes up on screen or their question. Imagine if you're doing a Zoom meeting, you're wanting to highlight a question from one of your guests, right? That comes up there. All right, look at this. We got some um, party favors coming through. So that's one thing right there that I love to show. I'm also going to show a few more here. So while we're doing that, I'm going to also show a feature that's now coming into the Zoom that I absolutely love. When people come onto the screen, okay, I'm going to get this set up here and show you guys. So when people come onto the screen, what do most people eventually say? They say, "Hey, where are you calling from? Where's everyone watching from?" Right? They do that. So I want to show you a feature that absolutely I love for this here. And Lewis, you can help me with this right here as well. So I love bringing up my map like this for an example, okay? And so what I'm going to show you guys is this. So if you can put in where you're coming in from, Lewis, that would help me extremely a lot. So put that on there really quick for me. I'll be right back. 1 second. So where are you coming in from, Lewis? What part of the city, state, country, whatever it is that you are coming in from? Let's take a look here and see. So, for an example, I will put in, let's go Tokyo. Let's say if someone's calling in from Tokyo. Make sure I say that right. Tokyo. Let's see. And what's going to happen then is that Orange County, California. All right. So, look, you just put in California and look what came up onto the screen. It now shows yourself and Orange, California, right? And then over to the side, it shows the Tokyo, Japan, right? Imagine that now. Now, and put in another part of the country, since it's just you and I so far. I'm sure some other people will be joining. But until they do, put in maybe someplace around the world. Let's see. I'm going to say, for an example, Ethiopia. Let's see in Paris. My wife just said Paris, Paris. Oop, did I spell it wrong? I think so. Paris. I spelled it wrong. All right. So, but anyways, you get the point, right? You get the point. So now you've got 50, 100 people inside your event, and now they're all placing where they're from in your Zoom meeting, and it's showing up like this. Is that not cool or what? So there's Paris, there is Ethiopia, and then again we're over here in Orange County, right? There's a couple of other ways that you can do this as well. Oh, Nottingham, England. My wife and I went to not Nottingham. We went to London, and then we went to Piccadilly. We they kept calling it Piccadilly. Piccadilly everywhere we went was Piccadilly. But Nottingham, England. All right, so let's take a look. Nottingham, England. Look at that. And also, one of the great things is maybe you have a guest or someone on that is from a particular place. You can also now zoom in to that location, right? So now they can also get to see it. And everything that you're seeing at this point, ladies and gentlemen, is being done inside of my Zoom. Okay. This is a feature that I actually will be giving a free North Pole. Let's see. Let me zoom out and see what that comes in at. Is that, I'm sure that's a place, right? Let's see. Is that a place? So let's take a look over here. No, that's Japan. Uh, I didn't see it pop up. Wait, Alaska. Okay, so there it goes. North Pole, Alaska. All right. So everything that's being done here is being done inside of Zoom. Okay, so I just want everyone also to be aware of that. You do not need Ecamm to use the features that you're seeing here currently. And for everyone here, I will be giving away a free link to this feature. It is not a free trial. It is absolutely free for you to use it inside of your Zoom meetings or wherever you're at. Okay. And there's some more powerful things that I'm about to show you as well here in just one moment. But I just wanted to show you all a map. Some of the features that you're going to see here today. Oh, my front door's open. What? You want me to shut it? But yes, it is free to use in Zoom. There is no cost to use what you're seeing here. Some of what you're going to see, and I will state when it is Zoom or when it is Ecamm, they both have merged, but you're still able to use some features in Zoom separately. If you have a free Zoom account or if you have a free or paid Zoom account, whatever. And also, this feature here is done specifically in Zoom, or you can use it in YouTube, whatever. But you can use it in any of those. And then Ecamm has its separate thing, and then they both have them together. So I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to show you another powerful feature of that as well on the Zoom side of this. So let's try this here. Let's see. Okay, let's do this one first. All right, so imagine this, Lewis and everyone else who's watching on LinkedIn, because I'm streaming to LinkedIn and to YouTube currently and Zoom. So I'm using 3 platforms currently. All right. So Imagine you're in your meeting as well, and you're talking live, you're doing your webinar feature, whatever function it is, and you ask questions and people put the answers in the chat. Well, that stays there. That's not what I want. Imagine this. Imagine if you can do a poll in which people now can see questions like this. So what I'd like for you to do is put in the answer to this question. What platforms do you stream to the most? Put in one, two, three, or four. Also, keep in mind that any of these answers or questions you brand to whatever your company is, whatever you do, whatever works for you. Okay. So put in the chat what platform do you use the most whenever you stream, go live, post on whatever one, and let's see what that is. None? Okay, well, that one won't populate because that's not up there. But we got LinkedIn at 100% there. And let's say, for example, I put in YouTube. I'm just going to put in one. So you can see how powerful this is again, because now if there are 30 or 40 people, and what's happening is people start to see the graph fluctuate like that, and then it will start to move at whatever percentage someone does. So let's say if I put in two, for example, for Facebook, now it should put it where it'd be one third, one third. There we go. Right. So 34% YouTube gets 1 extra percent for whatever reason. All right. So that's an example of how you can use polls live to get those live results when you're inside of the webinar, sales function, meeting, one on one. It works for all of them. Again, this feature is Zoom as well. You're able to use in Zoom, no cost for this as well. And Louis, make sure I get the link to you, okay? So that you're able to use this if you choose, right? Again, no cost. They do have a paid version, but that's through the company and whatnot. This is free that you get to use right here. All right. So that's an example. And also, let's try a different one as well. So let's try this one. What would you use an integration like this for? One, two, three, or four? Would you use it for lives? Would you use it for webinars, summits, or interviews? Let's see. Luz said, thanks. I love to. I just need an audience. Hey, that's okay. But what if you have this when you get an audience and then you get to practice with it, right? You don't directly have to use it right away. You can use it at any time that works for you, right? Everything. Okay. So let's say, for an example, right. And you know what? I should put all of the above on there, right? I should put that as well, right? But I did this just for an example so people were able to see that their answers are coming through immediately live when that's happening. Okay. So that's how this one here works. Okay. So I'm not going to show any of the rest of it just because there's so much more powerful things in this, but I want to keep this short and brief. I may do a longer one down the line in which people get to see. Okay. So the last couple of things that I'm going to show is how the Zoom function works with a guest. We're about to get it on right now. Let's do this. So, what you're about to see is a meeting that I had earlier today. And Lewis, this is actually one that you were a part of at the very beginning, before it dropped off. And this was the Zoom meeting that you were able to see. And I am talking to Jane. And so, what everyone's about to see is an actual Zoom meeting. And then I will come back on the flip side and tell you a little bit more about why and how that happens. So, let's bring that up. And where was that at? We had it here. Yep, there we go. All right. Hoped you liked the yeah. Hey, and that was okay. Like I told you, it didn't have to be on camera. It was just me testing out the capacity function. I was trying to see how many people I could have on to push it to the limit before it started to slow down and so forth. So, but here we go. This is the meeting this morning. Your name, Jane and Williams. And so with this, again, that same feeling that you just had of seeing yourself in a different kind of perspective is kind of what Zoom and everyone
I
shares their
love
Ecamm, right?
this.
Good, good. Yes, that's a good thing. So this is one of the perspectives. You can change it to many, and I'll show you a different one here in just a second. And what I'm trying to do also is ensure that I'm looking at my YouTube to make sure it's showing up there also. Because everything. All right, so there's an example of how I had someone in my Zoom speaking with me, and they were in a different camera action than the normal square, boring Zoom fatigue thing that you've seen in every single Zoom meeting. They were not spotlighted, they were talking with me one on one, and I could spotlight them. But also, what I'm about to show you right now is another type and format. And this is the power of the marriage of Ecamm and Zoom. So, what you saw just now was Ecamm and Zoom coming together. All right. And so what you're going to see now is a couple more. So right here is the setup that I have for when I have multiple guests. No one's there currently, but I'm going to show you what it looks like if they were, right? So I'm just going to put myself there since I don't have anyone on the Zoom with me. Again, if someone else is watching and they would like to come and just have themselves here to test it so they can see for themselves, let me know. I'll send you the Zoom link. You'll come on and then you will be one of the guests right there. So here we go. Now I am the guest and I'm going to be the guest again. And guess what else I'm going to do? I am going to be the guest one more time. And then the last time, I'm going to be the guest. All right. So imagine that this, what you're seeing right now, is you and then maybe three, four, five other guests. You can place this to the number that you choose. Maybe you only want two or three people there. Perfect. You can still do that. Right? You do not have to have it in the setup that I have. This is simply just so I can show you some of the power. Okay. And I'm going to show you another one here in just another moment. All right. So that's one. Also, what is great, and I'll show you a Zoom chat feature similar to the other chat that I brought up. Here's how another way it will look in Zooms. So check this out. So here we are, and I am bringing up the Zoom chat onto screen or a Zoom question as well. This is another way that I like to show people. It does not have to be the way that I do it. It can be whatever way you like, format, colors, branding, everything, right? So we can be just like this. Also, I can bring on a comment from YouTube or something like that. Let's say, for example, I bring on Lewis's comment. Okay. So there we go, right? It comes right on just like that inside your meeting, inside your content. It doesn't have to be live meetings. I know I keep saying that, but what if you were recording content on Zoom that you were going to do a course on or a presentation? You can now level up your presentation so then when people see it, they're like, wait a second, that's different. Hire him or hire her, right? So it comes through very, very differently. Okay, so let's get back to that a meeting thing that I had there earlier. And there we go. All right. So picture this again. Now let me show you one other cool one that I love doing. Because, oh, you know what? Let me do this as well. This is a little funny play on some stuff, and some people may remember this. Who remembers MySpace? Am I dating myself? Am I aging myself? Maybe. Watch. So here's MySpace. This is MySpace top 8. This is my little play on, hey, my mastermind, my collective, where I get to now sit with top 8 people and we hash out some ideas to progress and move forward, right? So it's just my little play on word. There's Tom. Hey, we can't forget Tom. Tom kind of pushed that level and started it all, right? So here's an idea that you can do. And each one of those spaces, of course, would be someone who's coming into the mastermind or coming into maybe a recording. Maybe you want to show products on it, whatever. The point is, this gets to be branded however your mind creativity thinks. And for those who don't have that or feel like they can't accomplish that, then that's where a do it for you service comes into play, that I create these for you. You get to use them however you like. All right. So last but not least, we're going to go here and then we're going to get ready to wrap this up. Unless I got anyone who wants to come on the Zoom and put themselves on camera so I can show you how it looks. But that is that. Okay. So I created this one today, and I got the inspiration from Ken and Glenn off of the creators from Ecamm, and they were on a live on YouTube today, and they did this, and I was like, "Oh, I'm using it." So here we go. This is the creation. So you all were able to see how it looks, and so those white dots, of course, would be some of the other people, and then the center one where I'm at would be the person who's speaking, almost like a spotlight in Zoom, right? So I would spotlight the person here, and then other people would be around the sides. And for those who may be asking, well, what about the gallery? How else does that work? It still works the same. I am only referencing me bringing people up to speak. Maybe someone is next to come up and talk. Maybe I want to highlight someone else. That's what I'm referencing. So then they would be coming up here so that they're able to see that. Okay. So there's also all kind of cool things as well. I'll show you another one here and then we'll get ready to wrap this up. So I'm in Zoom and I want to tell, actually, let me bring it here, bring it back here. Right. So now I'm in Zoom, and instead of me needing to tell someone to turn the camera on, what I can do is simply have a graphic that you're going to see here come on, and then that's going to simulate the people knowing that the camera's on. Right, there we go. Hey, turn your camera on, turn your camera on. I don't need to say anything. Right, so that's going to do that. Maybe I want to tell someone to, or show someone how to get to the speaker view. Right, here I go. I have that comes up. Okay, I don't need to show them again. It comes and it does it itself there. And again, another version of showing them how to get to the gallery, full screen, whatever. Okay, these are some of the cool things that's happening. Thank you. Hey, I absolutely think it is. And listen, I'm excited about it because I'm about to create some more crazy content. And for those who do not know, that's me getting my nerd on. I love it. Nerd out. Yeah. So, all right, Lewis, thank you for joining me on this. I appreciate it. Uh, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna say much else. This is it. I hope you all enjoyed the live. Watch my outro, Lewis, before we go. I'm gonna show you my outro. This right here is my beginning note. I should have played this at the very beginning. Hey. So that's the beginning. I should have played that. I forgot to play that. So that's it. But here's my outro. Hey, thank you for coming, man. I appreciate this. I am going to try to get some more people to come through again and do another one of these. Lion Flood, VCA Academy, your neighborhood hustler. The art of going live is what I teach. Have a good day, ladies and gentlemen.